Let's keep it going with some college hoops. As today we will do a deep dive into Duke Houston. Tomorrow we will look at Florida and Auburn. We'll also look at the women's Final Four between South Carolina and Texas as well. Let's start with that Houston-Duke game, though. Duke favored by 5.5. The total in the game is 136.5. As I was talking about yesterday, I think if you like Houston, you certainly can play it safe and take the 5.5. I would just bet them money line in this game. Whereas if you like Duke, then I would lay the 5.5 with them. That's really what I think is going to be Duke's undoing. And I've been talking about it all year. And I've been talking about it here when we've been in the NCAA tournament. Can you get Duke into a close game in the final 2-3 minutes? When Cooper Flagg has been healthy and Duke has played in a game that has been decided by 6 or fewer points, they are 1-3 in those games. Obviously, up to this point, all 4 teams that they have played, they've pretty much taken care of all those teams rather easily. I know the Arizona game ended up kind of getting close late, but you never felt like at any point Arizona was really going to win that game. Can Houston get this game late enough to where Duke is in some trouble and people are watching this game feeling like Houston's got a chance to upset Duke? If they can do that, I think they can win it outright. So if you like the Cougars, again, you could take them plus 5.5. I would just take them on the money line. If you like Duke, I would lay the 5.5 with them. Total in the game is 136.5. I'm going to stay away from that total. Feels about right. I could see it going either way. But again, if you like Duke, lay the 5.5 with them. If you like Houston, I would just bet them outright at plus 200. Some player props that I would look at in the game. And they're kind of both correlated with one another, and it's all based on Houston and how they play defense, right? If you watch Houston play, their defense is suffocating. They're flying all around the court. They love causing turnovers and forcing steals, but they also love doubling in the post as well. Whenever a player of the opposing team has it on the block or they're down low, Houston always sends a double team towards that guy, and that's what Duke's going to have to work against this week leading up to the game, and that's what they're going to have to handle in the Final Four. And when they do that, when Houston doubles in the post, it's going to allow opportunities for three-point shooters on the outside. That's why I like Tyrese Proctor over 12.5 points for Duke. He's gone over this in 3 of the 4 games so far in the tournament. He's been shooting the cover off the ball in March Madness. So Tyrese Proctor over 12.5 assists. Then if you want a sweaty one, we'll go with Kaman Malawach, the big man of Duke, over a half assist. Just need 1 assist out of Malawach, plus 115. Now, he had one in his last game against Bama. He went the previous 2 without an assist. He's had plenty of games this season where he doesn't have an assist. But again, because Houston likes doubling in the post, I think Malawach, if he has it in the post, kicks it out for a three-point shooter. We could get it there. Or if he gets an offensive rebound, could kick it out to a shooter as well. So I could foresee some opportunities where Malawach could kick it to some shooters. I'm hoping they knock down some shots. We just get 1 assist out of him at plus 115. As for the women's Final Four games, South Carolina and Texas, Gamecocks favored by 4.5. The total is 127.5. This is going to be the 4th meeting between these 2 teams this season. South Carolina has won 2 of them. Texas won the game in Austin 66-62. The 2 South Carolina wins were blowouts. They won by 17 and 19 points. Yet here we are, and the spread is only 4.5. And if you've been watching South Carolina so far in the tournament, they have not looked like normal South Carolina, right? On this run that they've been on with Dawn Staley, we're used to them kind of being the new UConn. They win every game by 15, 20, 25 points. Hasn't been the case as of late. They were big favorites against Maryland, only won that game by 4. They survived Duke, only winning that game by 2. Now they go up against a team who has a ton of familiarity with them. It should be a low-scoring game. I'll take those points with Texas plus 4.5 against South Carolina.